Hello, and welcome to Tarot with Tanya. This is 7 cards for 7 days, and we are looking at the week Monday, November 18th to Sunday, November 24th, the week before Thanksgiving in the U.S., and this is 2024. So, welcome. If you are new here, welcome back. If you have been here before, thank you so much for stopping by. And I will talk a little bit about the astrology for this week as usual, and then I am using the Golden Tarot again this week. So we'll look at a card for each day, and then we'll finish with an oracle card from the Tree Keeper's Oracle. So as always, take what resonates for you, leave the rest behind. We're working on developing our intuition, especially as we're moving into the world of AI and deep fakes and things like that. I think it's going to be more and more important that we develop that intuition and learn to trust ourselves. So for this week, we have on Monday, the 18th, Mercury opposing Jupiter, and the Sun is trining Neptune. So this is a good energy for forgiving and forgetting. Jupiter is expansive, and it sort of, makes everything bigger that it's touching. So, it's in Gemini right now, so that part of your chart. And, Mercury travels, loves travel. Jupiter actually does too. So, there might be, even though they're in opposition, there might be a kind of energy for traveling, raising consciousness. I'm looking at my notes here, broadening our intellectual horizons. And because we have that Sun trining Neptune, that's really good for our empathy, for our creativity, for our tolerance and intuition. And it might help us to bring some more things to the surface. Then on Tuesday, the 19th, we have Pluto entering Aquarius. Now it's gone back and forth a bit late. Well, I can't remember if it was earlier this year. It had gone into Aquarius, then it went back to Capricorn. Now it's moving back to Aquarius on Tuesday. And I just would like to share what the astrologer Michelle Caron has to say about that. I just don't think I could put it any better. So in the next 20 years, because it's there all the way until 2044, the people will take their fate into their own hands. That's the house of Aquarius. And the world will dramatically change. Issues related to artificial intelligence, extraterrestrials, mass immigration, futuristic inventions, these things are covered by Aquarius. And the dangers of social media will come to the forefront. Rebellion against the establishment will rise all over the planet. Aquarius loves the revolutionary. So revolutionaries will overturn the lack of freedom and authority, and resources will be taken back from the hands of the self-appointed few. That would be the plutocrats, the oligarchs, the aristocratic rich. And totalitarian regimes will be placed by true democracies, and older heads of state will give way to younger, more dynamic leaders. Well, of course, we just had a, to me, awful election, and I think there was a lot of deceit, and doesn't seem to fit with this. So what will happen? Things have to change. There's just no way that that old energy of the plutocracy will be supported moving forward. Anyway, we have a little bit more astrology for the week. On Thursday, the Sun will enter Sagittarius, so that favors law, philosophy, higher learning, courts, issues around courts, things like that. And the sun will be sextile to Pluto. So that could help shed light on, again, hidden things. And especially now, since that Pluto has moved into Aquarius, we might get some more revelations about, things that we've been in the dark on, about the, humanitarian causes, social issues, things like that. And then finally on Friday, November 22nd, we have Venus sextiling Saturn. So this is when we can get pretty serious about our love affairs. We're looking to be in harmony and connection with stable, mature people. We are serious about our relationship commitments, the kind of people we are attracted to, and so forth. All right, so that's our week in the stars. And then in terms of our cards, the first one is a cup, that's why I said that. And we only have one cup this time. And I'll just go ahead and jump in, and that is the Eight of Cups. Sorry, there's some glare there. I'm trying to get work around. So this Eight of Cups, and very frequently with this card, you see someone walking away. And so it can be leaving a situation that emotionally isn't satisfying anymore. And the attitude that we have about that is up to us. It's connected to the Strength card in this deck. So are we able to use our strength to see something that isn't working, to let that go and have faith that, what we're leaving behind will lead us, allow us to go to a better place, and particularly emotionally, since it's a cup. Then on Tuesday, we are staying with the feminine elements. That just reminds me, I've forgotten to mention the moon this week too. And we're starting with the moon in Cancer on Monday, and then we end next Sunday with the moon in Virgo. So a lot of feminine energy. Of course, it'll move into Leo in between, a masculine sign. But Cancer very much, favors home, children, nurturing the ones we love, nurturing the self, having our feelings. And then Virgo being practical, also nurturing, but in a different way, maybe through diet, maybe through exercise. So a strong feminine element. And, the cards pretty much bear that out too. We have a couple of masculine cards, but for the most part, it's fairly feminine energy this week, including with this card. Pages are feminine, and this one is a double feminine because it's the earth sign, the coins. So this can bring in new practical information. It can help us ground. It can help us nurture things that we want to nurture in our life, to grow a situation, to give nurturing to the people that we care about, including ourselves. Then on Wednesday, we have our first major. There's always a bit of a fire to the Magician for me, and so that's where that came from, I think. But he commands all the elements: the earth, the water, the air, the fire. And the images around our Magician here are, you see a lot of animal life, particularly winged, and it's about that earthiness, about natural magic, drawing it up from the earth, working with the elements, working with the creatures, a little bit maybe like the familiar for a witch, and stirring things up, tossing them up in the air. What can come that's new? Where's that magic? And so look for the magic on Wednesday. Thursday, we get our other major for the week, so we just have two, and this one is the World. So, Magician being a 1, that's, the only card before that in the majors is the Fool, that absolute holistic beginning. The Magician comes in, starts to discern things, mix them up, creating new combinations, things like that. By the time we get to the World, it's also called the Universe in some decks, we've completed a major cycle. Who knows what that might be? It could be something more on the national or international level. It certainly makes me think about Pluto moving to Aquarius. It's ending that old world, and perhaps a certain worldliness with that, and coming into a new, fresher energy again that belongs more to the people. In a way, it's less refined, but it's also much more inventive, much more creative, has a lot of energy to it. So this does feel like an old cycle ending, and lessons learned, hopefully, and then moving into something new. So that's a 3, also a very creative energy, an energy of abundance, because it connects as well to the Empress. By Friday, we have a Wands card, and we have 2 this week. We end the week on Sunday with 1 as well. Now this one always looks like a soldier in this deck to me. I think it's the bandage head. It just gives me the feeling of somebody who's been in battle and is now making his or her way home, their way home, and pausing for a moment. A meaning that I ascribe to this card is knowing when to put your energy out there, knowing when to keep your energy contained. 9 is that weird number. You add it to anything else and you get the same number. So to me, that's very much, it's connected to the Hermit, so very much what's on the inside. What's the inner wisdom say? Are we going to express something? Are we going to wait to a better moment, wait till we understand more clearly, something like that, and only put out the energy that you need and maintain the rest for your reserves. And then Saturday, so that was our Friday. Saturday we go from the 9 to the 10, and we're back to our coin. So very earthy energy. This time it's about wealth. You have the scene with these various women doing, different, perhaps tasks, tending children, gardens, animals, being very safe and contained. It's like they're within these walls, and it feels very balanced, harmonious. There's a real sense of community, and again, it's very feminine, so it's female dominated here. And this kind of earthy wealth that we can celebrate. So that could be a great day on Saturday to kind of take stock, see what you value. What are your resources that make you feel wealthy? It doesn't have to be in any traditional sense. Then finally on Sunday, as I mentioned, we had a second wand card and a second page. So there is something fresh and new, and again with the Pluto moving to Aquarius and then the Sun moving into Sagittarius, it does feel like there's something new coming, a new energy. And this one would be obviously fiery because it's the wand, so it could hit our instincts. It could be that we get fired up about something, that we have a cause, that we want to maybe be a little evangelical about that cause, sharing with others, telling others about it. There's a sense of the road here, and we've got the little rabbits on the road, and they're known for being prolific reproducers, of course. So there's just something about that abundance of energy, and traveling from one place to another, stopping for a moment to share the news. So something hot that day. All right, so we will finish with a card from the Tree Keeper's Oracle. And I just realized again that my light might not be very good. I apologize for that. It's been busy, and I just realized I didn't turn on my little spotlight, my ring light. So bear with me. Keeper of Stars. This is card 18, and as soon as it came up, I realized that it connects to Aquarius, because Aquarius is the star card. And so it made me think about that Pluto transition into Aquarius. So stars carry hope light. Do you have the energy to continue to wish? The tree keepers have a favorite saying, always keep a star in your heart. It's because hope light keeps you young. It connects you to the heart of the child where all magic resides. But in our disappointments and disillusions, we get wounded, weary, despondent. And that can be a little bit of that Nine of Wands energy too, depending on how we use it. We stop caring or even looking for the hope light because we no longer believe in the power of stars. Find the courage in your heart to believe again. This moment is asking you to put aside the weariness of disbelief, receive the wonder in your heart, go out on a limb to hope again, because you're worth it. All right, beloveds, again, sorry for the lighting thing. Thank you so much for being here. Please like, please share, please subscribe if you haven't. Please give a comment. I will see you again in 7 days, beloveds, and I'm wishing you the best week possible. And if you're interested in a personal reading, there's some information below about that and at the end of the video. See you soon.